Welcome to Evanston, Illinois, Ryan Field, and home to the Northwestern Wildcats, where it will be a sea of purple as the fans are more than ready for this one. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Northwestern's offense will take the field first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, Dave. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Coming into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
You wonder if there's just a little bit of rust with this offense right now coming off the bye week, right? They just haven't been able to get clicking in this game throwing the football. They're going to have to find that mojo and get back into a rhythm here pretty quickly.
Takes it on the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So Iowa's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Trying to pick up a 1st down. To the air, it's Tollefson. Quickly complete. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Motion from the back. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Smith takes the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down in 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Tollefson. Snagged out of the air. Turning it on. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And I like the alertness by this defense. 1st and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this defense.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
Backs looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Iowa! They put the first points on the board.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll pull it on the read. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Back to throw, it's Gray. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
No fair catches here, looking for room. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Might be calling a hot route. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab down the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Hawkeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. That That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And the Hawkeyes are on the move. They'll give it to him again. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. First snap in the red zone on this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Quick strike complete. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Operating in the red zone here on second down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hawkeyes!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And the Wildcats come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Back to throw, it's Gray. He lets one fly deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Hauled down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Now the play fake. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Finds the tight end, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Gray. Fires to the big fella, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Northwestern will send out the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce. It into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Takes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got his man quickly. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple yards there.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Dropping back, it's Gray. That pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field.
Number 79 on to punt it away.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly complete. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. The Hawkeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Caught near the sticks. It's Parker. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Parker. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Gets it out quickly. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Tollefson. Finds his big tight end. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the 1st half, they'll try to kick a field goal. You see this kicker not only needing to generate power, but lining it up from the left hash. A 59-yard try coming. And the try is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston.
Northwestern will kick it off as we start the 3rd quarter. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the 2nd half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He's got it. 1st down and more. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Give to the back. How about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
Bringing the heat. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on third, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
The Northwestern offense returns to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The pull and throw off the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. To throw, it's Gray. Here's the pressure. Finds his man. It's Farrell. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Northwestern will have to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Look out, he's got room. Breaks into the open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. The Hawkeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
A lot of times on 2nd down, you're thinking pass, especially 2nd, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Hawkeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And they can't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wants to throw. It's Tollefson. Looking to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Wildcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Scanning the field, it's Gray. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Farrell. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Just keeps slinging it. Blasted as he lets it go. It's complete. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Now with a red zone opportunity.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Zings it complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Wildcats. A great catch and run for 6. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the red zone, it's Patterson. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Looking for the score, and it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. To the air, it's Gray. Working that left side now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Northwestern right back to the line.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. Snags it at the 30 and still running. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Northwestern ready to dial one up on 1st down.
Here we go, set.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Takes the easy completion. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Lets it go to the end zone. Picked off to stop the threat. Got room on the return.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Handoff from the shotgun. Fighting off the defender. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Might be changing the route. Off play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. Even with this lead, they'll throw again. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Inside the 35. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters.